Short story by Paul McCann. Mable finds a home. She lay there alone on the floor. Her little eyes twitched, but she refused to close as sleep begged to invade another lonely night. A cold silence engulfed her in its heavy grip. The little teddy bear tried not to feel sad as she looked up at the window at the empty house. Raindrops run down the window pane. Her eyes began to close, and suddenly opened wide. Silence was broken by a little mouse, scurrying across the wooden floorboards. The mouse stopped dead in its tracks and looked at the teddy bear.
"Squeak, squeak, what's the matter?"
said the mouse.
What do you care?
The teddy bear replied.
"Squeak, squeak, I guess if you don't want to talk then I'll be off,"
the mouse said.
If you want to leave. Okay, if you want to listen, I'll talk,
the teddy bear said. The little mouse moved across the floor and sat beside the teddy bear.
"Okay, squeak, squeak, I'm listening,"
said the mouse. The teddy bear started to talk.
Well, you see, it's like this. I used to have a family. They all lived here in this house with me. My friend's name was Molly. Sometimes she took me to school with her and she told me stories. Then one day I woke up and she was gone. Everything in my life had just disappeared.
Squeak, squeak, I have an idea. If you just give me a day or two, I'll be back,"
said the mouse.
Squeak, squeak.
And scurried off. The next day, the mouse returned and came over to Teddy.
"Squeak, squeak, I've invested the situation. I'm a squeak, squeak, your family's moved house. Oh, all the mice in the neighbourhood, they told me, see? They saw a big removal truck come in one day and took everything away. And I tracked down the removal company, and there's a record book there shows that Molly and her family are in a place called Beijing in China."
China?
Teddy said. The mouse continued.
"Yeah, squeak, squeak, that's right. Now, Teddy, my friends, well, we're going to help you get back to your family. Don't worry about a thing. I've done this kind of thing before."
I don't know what to say. Could you really bring me back to Molly?
The teddy said. The little mouse smiled and said,
"Squeak, squeak, yeah, sure, not a thing. The first thing we have to do is get you on a milk truck. Yeah, in the morning. And I'll bring it down to the bridge.
Uh-huh.
And then in the village, from there you'll have to jump on a bridge, off the bridge, of course, onto the roof of a passing train, harbour train. Then you have to stay on the train till it goes to the wharfs, and I've already made arrangements for the dock rats to get you on board the ship. Squeak, squeak, take you to China. And once you're there on board, find a place to rest until you make it to China. Squeak, squeak. And I've had some special telepathy skills that I have. I've contacted some nice relations in China, and they'll meet you at the dock when you land. My Chinese connection. Yeah, they know where Molly lives, and they'll bring you to her home, see? So send me a postcard when you get there, and let me know where you go. Okay, squeak, squeak.
Oh, thank you so much.
The teddy did a backflip and screamed, "Yeah!" The mouse said,
"Squeak, squeak, just be happy."
Action started early the next day. As the milkman walked up the path next door, Teddy jumped inside his hand crate, got a lift up onto the milk truck. The milkman was soon back on the road and heading towards the village bridge. And right on time, the train was passing by, and Teddy made a leap from the truck, landing on the roof of the train, and later that day the train arrived near the docks. At twilight, a group of friendly water rats came and said hello, and brought the Teddy to the waiting ship. A week passed, and the ship arrived in China. A number of mice greeted the Teddy, and took over the final stage of the journey. In no time at all, little Teddy was waiting there outside the front door of Molly's house. The doorbell was rung by one of the aerobatic mice, and the door opened, and Molly screamed and grabbed the Teddy and raced inside the house. Filled with delight, Molly hugged the Teddy and she said,
"Mabel, I thought I lost you."
That's right.
thought Teddy.
My name is Mable.
Molly rushed over to her mother and said,
Look what I find, Mum.
she held Mabel up in the air. Molly's mum took the teddy and checked it over.
Oh, I can't believe it. It's Mabel. Where was she?
said Molly's mum.
It's at the front door, Mum,
said Molly, and her mum replied,
Oh, don't you say. And you forgot to pack her when we left New York. I did, but Mum, here she is,
Molly said. From that moment on, Molly and Mabel were permanently attached. They lived in China for 3 months before returning back to New York, and Teddy was never alone again. Molly grew up, and she became a mother herself, and Mabel was still a big part of her family. The end.